ones. Um, Including the two I made in the past couple days last week, pretty much. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mr. Francis, indeed. We already know with Michael Jordan. It was Kobe Bryant and Vince Carter. And Alvin Iverson as well. If you know about 5'10", knowing I was that height once. We don't know what the Michael Jordans are, Mr. Francis. And Kobe Bryant was from New Jersey as well. The city that Ronson, my homeboy Ronson, calls home, New Jersey. I'm at home. Jenny and Jason and Aquaman. Fishes flame indeed to Mr. Francis in the foul. Sponsored by AWS, far as the drives and boba. Sponsored by AWS, throws it down with the good case smooth. Monster jam over your homeboy too in the foul. Got foul out Brother Silky shot. Following up Brother Silky shot in the foul. Thunderous jam indeed. How did I do that? Wickets. Like Bayonetta. Wickets. Two as well. Wicket. Wicket. To Mr. Francis homeboy and the foul. Wickets. Like Tomb Raider of a nostalgia. Wickets. Indeed. And again, hammers it home. Monster jam. Monster jam. Like an AI. Like an AI. This is even in girls mode on NBA 2K25 and girls mode. Take it right. This is not. This is not a girls game with NBA 2K25 mode. This is not me without girls involved. This is not me. Things that I can do, not even 5'1" girls can do, as far as putting people on skates. All they know for is putting people on skates and shooting it. They can't dunk it like me. For no Bria Mitchell, I'm nostalgic. Yeah, too. Right at Mr. Francis home with NBA edition in girls mode. Wicked, like Jenny. Wicked. How did I get to that one? Because Brother Sick was about to turn over. He almost threw it out of bounds. I was able to hammer it home instead. So much was thrown out of bounds. Wicked windmill. Mr. Francis like an AI. I hit the way again. I hit the backboard. Oh, a windmill John like a saying too as well. Indeed. In Sasuke and Living Legend mode, you don't learn again as well. Indeed. God damn it. This is like Aquaman, Jenny, and Jason. Francis, man. Cannot wait to get that basketball jersey near the end of this month. Cannot wait to get that Jason jersey and that number 11 jersey, the Jalen Brunson jersey. Monster Jam. Like a saying, this is. Even as a girl saying, I know how to get it done too. It's not fair what I'm doing in girls mode on NBA 2K20. This is more than a girls game. This is a big boys game. Even when it comes to girls too. Monster Jam. Hammers at home. 18-year-old Jenny and Jason Aquaman. Why not have a girl slam dunk contest in NBA 2K25, huh? Like a dragon too. So much for me missing a shot. NBA's all-time field goal attempted later. 16 field goals missed with honesty. 16,000 field Euro step June. 16,000 field goals attempted. and missed with all NBA's all-time field goal leader. Caught Mr. Francis. Where you looking, Mr. Francis? Monster damn. This is not fair. I played to win NBA 2K. Like John said, you watch it, you play it, which I do play. I played it in real life. I had that class at CCBC. Later get A plus because I was able to pass the final exam. Like I said, I watched and I played the game. I watched and I played to win. And I would pay to win follows those NBA 2K builds. I would pay for those anytime, any day. If they're expensive or not. I felt on my behind the hater just like Shannon Leroy. Like a dragon. Business like a dragon. You don't learn again like a dragon either. Kobe Bryant's NBA's all-time field goal attempted leader with 16,000 misses with honesty. Because Mr. Francis don't learn, I box him out. Like a dragon. Nowhere caught Mr. Francis. Nobody cleared me out. This is not fair when I do an NBA 2K20. Even the girls mode, family. Give it to me a rare measurement. Like a demon. Wow. Some buses, huh? Not fair either, because he wants Zion one comeback player of the year. That was a no-brainer. Then now, monster jam indeed. Time for Mr. Francis on that. He would have called time because Kyle's too good in basketball, even boys and girls. I'm like going, Francis like a saying. Monster jam. Age was when it come to dunking too. So you can't double me, Mr. Francis. How many times did I tell you? You can't double me. To Mr. Francis and a foul like a dragon and elbows Henny in Mr. Francis in the and cuss him out in the process. Freaking business I knew. I tell you, total takeover. Texas Longhorns on the reverse. Oh yeah, if I know about being 30 years old, Mama still had venom in those veins like Jason and Jenny. Mr. Francis, Texas, like Sandy. Came up short, Mr. Francis. You can't guard that. You're 5'1", man. Shut up. Texas, like Sandy. Not fair. And Madden as well. Emphatic jam. Does learn again. A windmill jam, like I said. Dances. Even girls, bro. Woof, that was too easy. Still put it down even as a girl, too. Put it down. Because they got girls on NBA 2K25 now. She rises and rips overhanded. Beautiful three set hammers it home. Francis on that. The game is over. Now you call a timeout, Mr. Francis. Francis and Mr. Son, the hater edition. Jesus. Behind. Not a bad beginning when it comes. Not a bad beginning when NBA 2K25 in the girls mode. This is not a girls game when you don't have girls involved in NBA 2K25 either playing this game either. Run again like Jenny Eater as well. I J all these girls in NBA 2, even in this era right now. If I made on-Lupe on NBA 2K25, on-Lupe J's them as well. Here we go. But like a saying. This is not fair. Even in girls mode, this is not fair either. On NBA 2, I J all these girls. Hell, if on-Lupe was playing NBA 2K25 right now, on-Lupe would J all these girls right now. Put you on skates all day. I don't know if she would rock the rim, honestly, but I know if she did start rocking the rim, it would not be fair. And she's only, 5'5", and what helps her is her vertical because she's close to my foot size. That's size 10. She's a 9.5, around the office 10. She can dunk the basketball, heightless. And I shrink down to that, and I still be able to put it home. Because I was on Lisa's height once. I was John's height once. I was Freddie's height once. I wasn't Jason's height. I jumped to Jason and Jenny's height. And also, I jumped to 6'11" and 1/4 inches in row, and I still dominate. Even my mortality injuries, count the non-physical I'm dealing with right now, the 4 mental I'm dealing with right now, and we even got mental health issues in the WNBA, in the NBA current, and we even got other things going on in the NBA as well for mental health issues. So you have mental players in the NBA as well, in football, in basketball, soccer, baseball, and we got all mental health in all sports. So mental is true at that. Fathead to Mr. Francis. Like Jenny as well. Monster Jen like an AI. So much me sitting on the bench because I do pass the ball. Well, Mr. Francis and Mr. Son too. Like Jenny, here we go. Ooh, business man. I knew. Off the free throw on like a saying too, throws it down. Yeah, I remember that was a couple months ago when Bree said, "The wicked and the foul, Monster Jam." Could Bayonet could take over at any time. Wicked. Texas mom, oh, I like Sandy. Like a saying business. Dude. Thunderous job in deal for Mr. Francis. And a foul. Not fair. I love that contact. And puts it down. Mr. Francis fell for that. That was a double pump fake. Oh, man. By Jenny. Thunderous jam indeed like an AI. Thunderous windmill indeed. Not a fair fight. Thunderous jam like an AI. Luke and Lemon and Jenny for the emphatic jam over Mr. Francis. Get out of restrict there, Mr. Francis. Wicked. Business. Long alley pass. Like a dragon, like Zahn and Bruce Roy and Shannon Roy, the Green Hornets. On NBA 2K25 with Adrian. Thunderous jam like an AI. Showing you the young Jenny, indeed. A crowd to Mr. Son as well. Some guard that too when you're in the restricted area. Monster jam. It was a crowd too. On with both hands. To Henny and the foul. Cause Miss Son would have got the restricted area. And oh, now Henny wants to guard me. Wicked. Like being at a wicked. It's more than a game. Rage quitter. They sure should have made that addition too. To Henny, she rises and rips like an AI. Not a fair fight in basketball, like John said. Like I remember what John said. You watch it, you play it. Which I do play it and I do watch it. Men's and women's. And I'm so glad they got girls mode in NBA 2K25 because now this is not a fair fight when it comes to men and women when it comes to girls mode and career mode either. This is not a fair fight when I'm doing to Mr. Francis either. And Mr. Son too, but about Linwin as well. We don't know what the Michael Jordans are, Mr. Francis. Mr. Francis. Mr. Francis don't take accountability for his sins. And his crime. Tiger Woo. Tiger Woo. Messiah. She rises and rips over Mr. Francis over a 5'1" guy. Like an AI. Foul. That was with your good hand in the foul. Guard that. Like Zon, like a dragon. Francis in the foul. Even in girls mode. This is not fair. Jenny for a reason. A true NBA player with contact, with authority, like a dragon. Took it right to Mr. Francis. You just got baptized. Righteous, righteous. To even with a response to Mr. Francis. Throws it down in the face of Mr. Francis and Mr. Francis on my down. Statue of Liberty-esque. Over the worst man. That's the bigger guy, tall guy, a conqueror, heightless. You just got baptized. Righteous, righteous. Wow, out my hair too. Monster jam over Henny. And he wore the crappy shirt. Jenny, for a reason, you do suck in basketball and in wrestling too. Oh, like plus size rear Mishima and a foul. Like a demon. Facial on Henny right now. With broken fingers at that. Indeed. Double NBA fathead. You had the run day not to double me. How many times I had to tell y'all this? Like Jenny. You cannot double me. He's gonna cook you. He ain't about to put you on skates and do it too in the process. Separated shoulder. Mr. Francis just got baptized. How serious was that? Man, I tell you. Like a Saiyan. Like a dragon too. And a Saiyan too. Cause I was that height too, 5'9". NBA Fathead Edition. Whoa, Mr. Francis indeed. You talk about elevation, like Jenny. Elevation. You talk going up to the Raptors like an AI. Indeed. This is not fair when I NBA 2K. This is not fair. When it comes to all positions too at that. Heightless, weightless, footless when it comes to shoe size. This is not a fair fight. And I jumped to 6'11". Plus size, that's plus size pretty much. That's 6'11". I'm 5'11", 1/4 million, very much for the same height. In Tekken 8 hours, but that's plus size pretty much. That's 6'11" and 1/4, and I still beat you. This is not fair. The defensive player there and all NBA defensive team. I make the all NBA 15 times. Nobody wears 15 other than me. And Patrick Mahomes. Nobody wears that number other than me. Because Kobe Bryant made 15 all NBA defensive team, 9 first 6 seconds of NBA record that he still holds to this day. Jam. Like saying, man. I tell you. NBA Fathead Edition. Like an AI. To the Raptors Edition. Monster Jam. Wicked. Hit the backboard. Wicked. Wicked. It's not a fair fight. It's not, though. I want you on Microsoft, Mr. I'm not playing on Microsoft as far as NBA 2K24, so I want you. I'm not playing. I'll show you why Michael Jordan's the undisputed GOAT of all time as an AI, too, as well, if you know about a robot. You know, being Jenny, Life is a Teenage Robot. I'll show you why, too. Oh, like Sandy. Monster Jam. Like, go on. Bastard. I knew it. I tell you. A foul. It's not a fair fight. It's not a fair fight. She rises and rips over Henny. Even in girls on NBA 2, she rises and rips. Tessa's whoa, it's like Sandy. Righteousness, righteousness. This is not fair when I'm doing the Henny too, because I already know Henny's gonna wear that crappy shirt. Just because I said, "Get on my way in basketball." So when you face a level 99 player in 2K, knowing they pay for those 2K builds, some of the greatest players of all time, then when you get on the level, then start talking Henny. Then start talking Henny. Because your player level that defines you as a 5'3" guy in NBA 2K, your player level is at 60. That means you're average or you suck. And you wearing that crappy shirt's ongoing decline that overrated to a 58. That means you're going to be cooked by a lot of players at level 99 as far as especially if they pay for those builds on NBA 2K24 and 25, even in girls mode, girls career and boys career. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You define MMA too much right now. Somebody has to teach a lesson too. Even in Capcom, pun intended. You got until November. I said that on my first. You got until November. Not a fair fight, Mr. Francis and Mr. Song. To honey, she rises and rips like an AI. Rises and rips. Not a fair fight. Him and Mr. Francis Texas. Like saying to honey. Not a fair fight. Yes, and Google and Android and Apple. Monster Jam over the worst match was the bigger guy in the file. Wow. A conqueror like me. Like John said, you watch the game, you play it. Which I do play it, John. I told John on my show I do play. Show you the young Jenny and Shannon Driva. Monster Jam. I do watch it and I do play to win. I do. I pay for these bills until like the way Joseph would pay for these bills in Call of Duty, pay these battle passes. I pay for these battle passes in 2K in basketball because I do play to win. It is pay to win, like John said. It is pay to win. But I have an advantage over you because I do play sports, obviously. It's every sport game. Euro step Mr. Francis and puts it down with my good hand. You don't teach me when it comes to Euro steps either. Mr. Francis, you cannot double me. How many times I had to tell you that? God and goddess. Like a hammers at home. Over Mr. Francis. That's like Sandy in a file with broken fingers. Jam like Sandy. That's like Sandy. I was 5'6". I was 5'9". I was 5'5", 5'1", 5'4", you name it. Height was weight, but it don't matter. I intimidate anybody in boxing when it comes to height weight classes. Monster Jam. I would jade all these girls on NBA 2K20. All these girls, including all my era of the morning. I would jade all these girls. Sorry to say. I did play against girls at Chesapeake as well in basketball, and I jaded them in a game of 50. I did. Twice. Monster Jam over girls, too, as well. This is not fair what I do to girls and boys in basketball and NBA 2K25 either. It's a crowd. That's just how I like saying it. It's a crowd. Monster Jam. Lights on like a dragon. I saw it coming. Monkey D. Luffy Dunk. Herman's at home. That's home's like Sandy. In San Francisco Bisons and Washington Huskies. The Great Hornets. Monster Jams all day. Lights on. Passes like a dragon in the foul. That was with my good hand in the foul, or the offhand. Monster Jam. Kobe Bryant's peak was better than LeBron's. As far as age 34 LeBron versus age 34 Kobe, because when Kobe Bryant won his 5th title, he was age 34, and that's when your peak is gone. Especially when you was 18-year-old, now 34-year-old, 16 years later. That's when your peak is gone. As far as games, depends on what game you're playing that you already been done. You might have some rust in between, but that's when your peak is gone, age 34, ask me. Because part 10, that's when your rust is gone. But I'm wrong because I proved to my age when it came to my height weight classes, ageless, age, and I proved and I inspired John at least when it came to height weight classes, ageless. Prime JTC was different in Capcom when he was age 34. Prime Aunt Lisa was different as far as her taking care of me and other things. So Prime Aunt Lisa was different than in her 30s. If I had anything to say to my 16-year-old self, not to do what I dealt with over the years as being a 16-year-old, all the turmoil and the controversy I had to deal with over the years, and all the things I had to do just to even conquer, pretty much. So if I had to say anything to my 16-year-old self, I miss being that age. That's one of your best birthdays. I told you, Monty, this is true as well. That's one of your best birthdays of all time. But when you're really washed up, it's when you're age 34. But I'm wrong because I proved once I get to that age, eventually, all my hair will be gone by then. And I'll be a monk by then, a Buddhist, obviously. So I'm already Christian in Basams because my middle name is Christian. And I'm already Basams because Miss Hines baptized me at a early age, obviously. But yeah. Like I said, that's when your peak is gone at age 34. LeBron's peak was gone at age 34, Mr. Francis. And he's this summer upcoming. And I'm sorry to say, LeBron's the selfish father. His son's not old enough to die. His father was better than him in the NBA, and that says a lot for me. He said, so you give me some credit for giving some LeBron some props because his father was better than his son. His son can't even make a shot right now. And summer league, I know Mr. Francis. It's just 2 summer league games. He'll get the shot going. I said, well, Mr. Friend, that's all you saying as a 5'1" guy that can shoot and can dunk it. But then when he talks back about Michael Jordan, I was like, I'm the one that roasts you all day. Didn't ask for that pen. After your pen, Mr. Frank, after your pen, we already knew what the Michael Jordans was. It was Vince Carter and Allen Iverson. Even when they didn't have, Allen Iverson didn't have the ring, he was chasing in the East, and Vince Carter was chasing even with his spent team, the Toronto Raptors. Nobody was at 15 other than me and Patrick Mahomes, and number 11 other than me for us, Bruce Roy and Shannon with the Greenhorns. And nobody was 15 other than me and Vince Carter and Patrick Mahomes. Monster Jam. Showing the instant replay right because what I did to Miss Friend was not fair. Monster Jam. Monster Jam. Texas like Sandy. Monster Jam. Like a dragon. Like a dragon. Yeah. Monster Jam. To Henny and Mr. Francis as well. Double NBA fat to both of them shorter guys. Not a fair fight in NBA 2K24 and 25, even in girls mode. And dunk. I was the youngest slam dunk contest champion, 18-year-old. Monster Jam. Henny didn't want to get in the way of that. Not a fair fight. Not a fair fight. It sure ain't. It sure ain't. Like a saying, Monster Jams. It's not. It's not. And Monster Jam. And hit my elbows. Mr. Francis. Hammers at home like Batgirl. Hammers at home. Snuck up on Mr. Francis. You didn't see that coming. I'm about to show you the instant replay. What I'm about to do to Henny right here. You see it in the clip right there. You're about to see what I'm about to do to Henny. Sponsored by AWS, Google, Amazon, and Android. Phil, don't think. Sponsored by Google, Amazon Work Service, Android, Apple, and all the other sponsors when it kind of drives in both bars in miles per hour and kilometers per hour. Especially when it kind of to me rocking the rim over Henny, especially having it over his head. Watch what I'm about to do to him. Mr. Francis. Monster Jam. Texas. It's like. Watch what I'm about to do to him. In November. Hit my elbows as well. This is too easy in basketball. It's like standing, Mr. Son. NBA Fathead Edition. It's like standing. Monster Jams all day. To the worst man. I'm not gonna count now like Henny too as well. A windmill over 2 dark sides. You know how hard it is to dunk over 2 7-foot guys in the NBA? It's very hard. Especially when it comes to dunking over 2 dark sides. That's very hard to do for me. And when you do that with a separated show, you are the GOAT. Guys are calling you dunked over 2 dark side players in the Warner Brothers, you know? That ain't easy to do in the NBA, you know? It's not. Because they're gonna pipe it if you don't time that dunking time. You don't time that dunking time. That's it's like Sandy. It's not a fair fight. I miss Kobe Bryant, man. He died in the middle of air season. You already know the Michael Jordan's all, Mr. Francis. You're a LeBron fanboy, you know that? F your opinion, F your opinion. Michael Jordan is the undisputed GOAT of all time. You understand me, Mr. Frank? You understand me, Mr. Frank? From the girls' career mode on NBA 2K. You understand me? Michael Jordan is the Brad Jesus. And Brad Jesus, sis, indeed. I miss Kobe Bryant, man. I do, man. Too bad he died tragically, you know? And Allen Iverson, For sure, for sure. Burning with the Michael Jordans, all, Mr. Francis. Not playing around, Mr. Francis. You're a Bond fanboy for life. You know how delusional you are right now, Mr. Francis? You know you were born in 1995, year old when you was already born on this earth. And you overlooked that era? I said, man, out of all the millennials, Mr. Francis, to know you're a June Kent, you are the most delusional millennial I have ever seen. To overlook Michael Jordan. It's just like you're saying he's not the GOAT in boxing, like Mike Tyson. I said, well, how do you think Mike Tyson became so successful in boxing? And both were from the same city, just two different parts of New York. One was from Brooklyn, one was from, I forgot what content. I had to look at Michael Jordan's content, but I know from New York. But Mike Tyson was from Brooklyn. So yeah, we all knew who the Michael Jordans in boxing was too, and Mike Tyson was one of them because he had 11 title reigns, most all-time title, with 8 other boxers for most all-time. Magnificent Bruce Roy and Shannon the Grain Hornets. Also, Mike Tyson did call out Bruce Roy years ago when he was alive. Called up me when my mirror matches of Heaven and Hell called myself years ago. Did you not know that too? Yeah, yeah. Because when it comes to height and weight classes, if I'm out the gloves, I conquer Mr. Francis with my mortality injuries. We don't know what the Michael Jordans are. Mr. Francis is a LeBron fanboy for life. I know he goes to 40,000 fights. 4 NBA titles. Yeah, 4 NBA fees. I already know. They ain't better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He damn sure he better than Michael Jordan either. It's better than Tiger Woo either. Good like green jackets. Oh, yeah, not good like green jackets. Ah, yeah. Because he took accountability for his actions too, unlike LeBron. And LeBron's a selfish fault too, Mr. Frank. You're a LeBron fanboy for life. You know that? You know that? Tiger Woo, Tiger Woo. God, like green jackets. LeBron's still chasing number 6 right now, number 11 right now. Nobody wears number 11 other than me. Unless you're James Brunson, unless you're a New York Knicks fan and James Brunson fan like me, I'm a fan of James Brunson. I'm also a fan of anybody that wears that defines the number 11 in their height or number 11 because that's Bruce Lee and Shannon if you know about martial arts. Nobody wears number 11 other than me. Nobody wears number 15 other than me and Vince Carter and Patrick Mahomes, Mr. Francis. Out of all the astrologies, Mr. Francis, know you're a June Cancer, you are the worst one I have ever seen. Because you're not loyal. The June Cancers are not loyal. The July ones are more loyal than the June Cancer, and that says a lot for me. After doing research as far as following the astrology history, the June Cancers are not loyal. They're not. They're not. You're a Braun fanboy for life, Mr. Francis. Well, you write that out here, and the Compton Brunson give me that compliment too, Mr. Francis. We already know what the Michael Jordans are, Mr. Francis. And LeBron's not in that category. He's not on that level either. You know, Mr. Francis said 40,000 fights. 4 NBA titles, but you're getting that one in the bubble. If you know about Florida, was an asterisk one. It was an asterisk one. It was because they won it in a different city instead of winning in the asterisk city. It was supposed to have, which was probably in a different location. But yeah, we don't know the Michael Jordans are, Mr. Francis. We don't know the Michael Jordans are, Mr. Francis. I don't know about all the Michael Jordans, including in tennis too, as well, and swimming too, as well. Mr. Francis has no word for me right now because he's a June Cancer and he's not loyal, and he stays single for life. No offense, no offense. It's true though. You're not loyal, and you got a criminal record just like me. You committed a felony. I committed a misdemeanor. You committed a felony, and you committed one of the worst felonies, which is the S word. I'm not gonna say that word out loud, but it's true though. Reason why you couldn't have no kids either, Mr. Francis. I could have one, but it's the other way around. Other way around. But that's another story for another time. But anyways, hit yourself, Mr. Francis. You were a Bond fanboy for life. Yeah, yeah. I know Mr. Francis will say 40,000 fights. So the MJ just yet to accomplish it. So what else is new? What else is new? And even Michael Jordan said himself, LeBron LeBron has yet to get the 6th title, Mr. Francis. Mr. Francis. Still chasing, but that chase falls short. This is his last season for sure. I know you're going to say this is not his last season. LeBron will play until he's 50. You're out of your mind, Mr. Francis. You're out of your mind, Mr. Francis, right now. I know Mr. Friend's gonna say 40,000 fights still, 40,000 fights, 4 NBA titles, 4 NBA MVPs, all these NBA defense. Didn't win Defensive Player of the Year though. LeBron, obviously, Michael Jordan did, and Kobe Bryant won Defensive Player of the Year once, if I remember correctly. I don't know which year it was. Quote me on that when he won that Defensive Player, but look it up for me. But I think he won Defensive Player of the Year once. Might have been twice, but I think it was once. But yeah, Mr. Frank, you're a LeBron fanboy for life. LeBron fanboy for life. The Green Hornets. Mr. Francis hates himself right now. But okay, guys, I gotta get in the shower, obviously. I'll show you the next clip, showing all my daily recaps pretty much. If you like my content, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you follow me on my new, you'll see my new two names. I'll say them. Ravens Power 8. That my previous YouTube name was Silent London, but I changed the Ravens Power 8 as of a few days ago. So it's Ravens Power 8, Rural Hutch 6, Royal Hutch Podcast. Ravens Power 8 follows my shorts, and Ravens Power 8 follows my new main YouTube account. Ravens Power 8. It was originally Silent London, but I changed that, obviously. The Ravens Power 8 as of a few days ago. So make sure you follow me Ravens Power 8, Royal Hutch 6, and then the Royal Hutch Podcast as well. And then make sure you follow me on As Possible with Sony Forever, As Possible with Sony Podcast, nickname under it. Yes, yes. Those are my three new YouTube names, guys, as well. Ravens Power 8, Royal Hutch 6, and As Possible with Sony Forever. Those are my three new YouTube names that I changed them a couple days ago. So make sure you still have me subscribed on YouTube. You might be unsubscribed to me pretty much because of the new YouTube names, but make sure you resubscribe. And make sure you bought on my shorts on Ravens Power 8, Rural Hut 6. Basically, the shorts I made for talking about the console was pretty much. So the podcast I made my new YouTube name is Rural Hutch 6, and then my main YouTube account, that's Ravens Power 8, and then on my other YouTube account, my console ones, that's Xbox versus Sony Forever. So make sure you follow the nickname under it. Royal Hutch Podcast, Sony Xbox versus Sony Podcast, follows my shorts pretty much, and then Ravens Power 8 on my other shorts, obviously. But yeah, I'm just pretty much there, guys. Yeah. I'm getting in the shower now. 12:11.